Hello, you lovely people! In this video, we will discuss Citlali's kit details and her signature weapon details. So, let's dive into Citlali's skills and understand how she operates in battle. Her normal attack, called Shadow Stealing Spirit Vessel. Citlali's normal attack sequence performs up to 3 strikes, each dealing cryo damage. When you hold her charged attack, she enters aiming mode. By consuming stamina, she unleashes a frost star that travels in a straight path, dealing cryo damage to all enemies it hits. As for skill attributes at level 9, her first hit deals 73.8% damage, followed by the second at 66%, and the third at 91.4%. Charged attacks deal a total of 168.6% damage, with a cost of 50 stamina to use. Her plunging attacks are also impactful, with a base damage of 104.4% and increased AoE damage depending on how high she falls from, scaling to 209% or 261%. Her elemental skill is called Dawn Frost Dark Star. This skill is where Citlali's uniqueness shines. She summons an opal shield that scales with her elemental mastery, absorbing cryo damage with 250% efficiency. Simultaneously, she calls upon a creature named Obsidian Tsitsimitlit, which deals area cryo damage to all enemies in its range. After using this skill, Citlali enters the Night Cell's blessing state and gains 24 Night Soul points, fueling her abilities. While its Spappa is active, it follows the active character and can unleash a Frostfall Storm in every 1.5 seconds if Citlali has at least 50 Night Soul points. This consumes Night Soul points over time and delivers continuous cryo damage. However, once all Night Soul points are used up, its Spappa exits its opal fire state. Her E-skills also generate 5 particles on initial hits with no internal cooldown. Now, let's take a look at her skills at level 9. At level 9, the shield absorbs damage equivalent to 979.2% of her elemental mastery plus an additional 2,820 flat absorption with a duration of 20 seconds. When its Spappa enters opal fire, its Frostfall Storm deals 28.9% cryo damage per tick. The cooldown for this skill is 16 seconds. Her elemental burst is called Edict of Entwined Splendor. With her Q, Citlali unleash an icy storm in front of her. This storm delivers AoE cryo damage and restores Night Soul points. Additionally, the burst summons Spirit Vessel skulls near up to 3 enemies within range. These skulls explode after a delay, dealing cryo damage and restoring even more Night Soul points to Citlali. Her skill attributes at level 9 is something like this. The Ice Storm itself deals a whopping 913.9% cryo damage and restores 24 Night Soul points with a cooldown of 15 seconds, and it costs 60 energy. Her each Spirit Vessel skull deals 228.5% cryo damage and restores 3 Night Soul points on detonation. Citlali's passives provide powerful boosts to her combat utility. Her first passive is called 5 Days of Frigid Rain. With this passive, when Citlali is in the Night Cell's blessing state, triggering the frozen or melt reaction reduces the pyro and hydro resistance of enemies affected by that reaction by 20% for 12 seconds. Additionally, she regains 16 Night Soul points every 8 seconds from these reactions. Her second passive is called White Butterfly Star Garments. With her second passive during the elemental skill, its Spappa's Frostfall Storm damage is increased by 90% of Citlali's elemental mastery. During the elemental burst, Ice Storm damage also increased by 2,400% of Citlali's elemental mastery. In addition, when nearby party members trigger Night Soul bursts, Citlali regains 4 Night Soul points. As for her Night Realm's gift, she can leap higher and consume phlogiston instead of stamina for certain abilities. Holding her normal attack while in the air allows her to perform powerful mid-air charged attacks, prioritizing phlogiston consumption over stamina. Now let's talk about her constellations, but keep in mind, this is only the first beta, so there might be some changes to her constellations in future. Now, let's take a look at it. With her C1, when she uses the elemental skill, Citlali gains the Opal Star Vestments effect until her Night Cell's blessing state ends. During this time, she obtains 10 stellar blades, and when a nearby active character other than Citlali deals damage, it consumes 1 blade to increase the damage dealt by 200% of Citlali's elemental mastery. Also, with her C1, after nearby party members trigger frozen or melt, Citlali will gain another 3 stellar blades. This effect can trigger once every 8 seconds. While you use her elemental skill again, it will reset stellar blade stacks. Additionally, her C1 will also reduce her phlogiston consumption by 45% when Citlali is using her leap or is aiming, or using her charged attack in midair. With her C2, Citlali gains 125 elemental mastery, and other characters shielded by her opal shield gain 250 elemental mastery. Additionally, when she uses her elemental skill, the nearby active characters also gain the opal shield. Her C2 also decreases the pyro and hydro resistance of the opponents by 20% for 12s when Citlali is in the Night Cell's blessing state. This effect can be triggered after nearby party members deal frozen or melt to the opponents. Her C3 increases her elemental skill level by 3 with a maximum upgrade level by 15. Her C4 summons additional Spirit Vessel skulls when her Q hits opponents. These skulls deal 1,200% cryo damage based on her elemental mastery. Her C5 increases her elemental burst level by 3, up to a maximum of 15. As for her C6, the Itspapa summoned by her elemental skill will always be in the opal fire state, and when Night Soul points are exhausted, this state will not end. Additionally, when her E is used, Itspapa will consume all Night Soul points, and while it is on the field, it will continuously consume Night Soul points to grant all nearby party members pyro, hydro, and cryo damage bonuses, with each consumed Night Soul point granting 1.5% of the corresponding damage bonus. The maximum damage bonus that can be gained this way is 60%. Now, let's talk about her signature weapon. This weapon has 44 base attacks with 58 elemental mastery at the base level. And it has 542 base attack and 265 elemental mastery at the max level. This weapon's passive increases elemental mastery by 100. And it also gains the Mirror of Night effect within 15 seconds after the equipping character creates a shield and grants active party members a 28% increased damage to nearby opponents. You can gain the Mirror of Night effect once every 14 seconds. On our 5, the elemental mastery will increase by 200 and the damage bonus will increase by 56%. And that's everything we had for Citlali's kit and her signature weapon. What do you think about her kit? Let me know in the comments down below. I will see you guys in our next video, so please like the video and subscribe to the channel as we are trying to get 1,000 subscribers before the end of this year.